Hey, what's going on, guys? Joseph Gonzalez here. In today's video, we're going to talk about how to become a millionaire from the age of 20 to 30. Now, before we jump into the video, the reason that I'm creating this particular segment is because I want people to be able to learn from my mistakes. And I think that's one of the best ways to learn. People say, hey, you have to learn from your own mistakes, but what if you could expedite the process of getting to your goal or reaching your goal by learning from other people's mistakes? So in this video, I want to talk to you about what I wish I would have done from the age of 20 to the age of 30 to make sure that I set myself up for retirement. Now, I've done things now properly where that's not going to be an issue, but if I would have done these things much sooner and I would have known to do them, I would have worked a lot differently than I have worked I'm 37, the last 17 years, if you will, and work would have been more fun. I would have been able to do things that I actually enjoyed and not worried about what was going to happen whenever I retired. So that's what this video is about, getting you from the point of age 20 to the point of age 30, and then being able to say, hey, I'm going to go work on whatever I want to work on because I know whenever I'm 65, no matter what happens, I'm going to retire a millionaire. So what I got here, I've got my iPad, and I'm going to jump into the investment calculator. It's a compound interest calculator provided by the government. If you want to go look at it, it's investor.gov, or you can just Google investment calculator and look for the one that's investment.gov or compound interest calculator. And we're going to jump into the numbers. So what you would essentially have to do is from the age of 20 to the age of 30 is invest $6,000 a year. Now, it seems like a lot of money, especially if you're only 20, but you can do that mowing yards, you can do that working for Uber, basically part-time jobs. And if you break that down over the course of 10 years, $60,000 is not a lot of money. Again, I know if you're 20 right now and you're in the US or wherever you are in the world, that may seem like a lot of money, but in the grand scheme of being able to do whatever you want by the time you hit 30, it's not that great of a number. Okay, so in the calculator, what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna start off with an initial investment of $500. Basically what that means is every month, 500 times 12, that comes out to $6,000 per year. 6,000 times 10 years, age 20 to age 30, comes out to $60,000 total invested. So let's go ahead and plug that in now. So I'm gonna go ahead and record my screen here so that you can see what's going on. And I'm gonna type in $500 as my initial start, because again, $500 per month, monthly contribution. I'm gonna type in $500. Length of time, I'm gonna type in 10 years. And then estimated interest rate, I'm gonna type in 10%. And the reason I'm typing in 10%, for those of you who don't know, at least in the last 10 years, we've seen historically in the last 10 years, we've seen anywhere from 10 to 14% interest, meaning that the growth or the compounding interest of your investments have grown at that rate. Now, historically, if you go all the way back, it's roughly about 8 to 10%. So I'm going to put 10% right now. This number can change. You can again go here and plug in your own numbers for yourself, and your own percentages if you want to be more conservative or if you want to be more aggressive. But I'm going to put 10%, and I'm going to put a variance of 2%, because what that's going to do is going to give me 12% over the last 10 years that we've been seeing on average, and then it's going to give me the 8% that is the historical number. So that's our bottom baseline. And then all I'm going to do is say I'm going to compound that annually, because that's how the system works. And then what you're going to see here is you're going to see that we're going to have roughly $98,000 on the on average, right? On the high end, you'll see the variance above. So at 12%, we're going to have roughly $106,000, $106,854. On the low end, we'll have $87,998. So let's play the game and let's go with $87,000. So now what we're going to do is we're going to jump back in here. We're going to take $87,998, let's call it $88,000, and we're going to plug that into the calculator, and then we're going to map that out from the age of 30 to the age of 60. Because remember, from 20 to 30, we've invested our $60,000. It's compounded. It's already compounded by itself, ladies and gentlemen. At the bottom end, an extra 27, we'll call it $28,000. You invested $60,000 over 10 years. That money has grown into another $27,000 without you doing anything except putting the money in, right? And that's the bottom end. If you get to the top end of the interest at 12%, you're at $106,000. The point is getting started. So let's jump in now and let's go ahead and change these numbers up. We'll go with $87,998. So now we're going to plug in $87,998. Monthly contribution, we're not going to be investing any more money beyond this, but you could if you wanted to. The point here is so you can actually see what you could do if you were to actually use what we call a coast fire. So let's go ahead and put monthly contribution 0, length of years. Again, we're going from the age of 30 to the age of 65 now. So what we're going to do is go ahead and plug in 35 years. Again, from 30 plus 35 years is 65. So we just put in 35 here. And our interest variant, again, we're going to put in, let's see, length of years, 35 years. Interest rate, we're going to put in 10 again. And then our variance, we're going to put in 2. Again, we're looking for either an 8 to 12% return. All right, we're going to go ahead and hit go. Calculate annually. All right, so as we look at this over the course of the 35 years, again, not having to do anything else. And this is where I'm like, I wish I would have known about this sooner, and I hope that you are taking this seriously whenever you're watching videos like this and people are truly trying to help you for free to understand how this entire game works and how the rich stay richer. And so what we're going to look at right now, at the 12% rate, okay? At the 12% rate, let me make sure I did this all correctly so we're not going crazy. Again, we started with initial investment at $87,000. That's what the money was whenever we started. That's the money from the $60,000, and then the additional $27,000 that compounded just from having the money in the proper investment account, whether it's an S&P 500 account or something that tracks the total stock market. So again, initial investment, $87,998. That's where we started at age 30. That money's already in there. Monthly contribution, we're not putting anything else in. Length in terms of years, 35 years from age 30 to 65, so it's 35 years. Estimated interest rate, 10%. Interest rate variance, 2%, and compounded annually. I'll hit calculate again so that you can see this and make sure it's right. Is we're looking at a base rate of $1.3 million up to $4.6 million. I want to make this as clearly stated as I possibly can. You started with $60,000 from the age of 20 to the age of 30. You put that in, you left it alone, and then you go in here and you type these numbers in every year and you're like, okay, that number's growing at whatever rate, and you get to see it. You don't touch it, you don't take it out, and you know that by the time that you hit age 65, you're gonna have anywhere from $1.3 million to $4.6 million. You start off with $60,000 and you just let the money sit. And that's how the wealthy get really rich. Now, if you want to expedite that, then you invest more money on top of that, right? You get used to investing. The point is, once you get started, it's like exercising or riding a bike or doing any of these things. Once you get started, which is the hard part, the easy part is you start getting these rewards, these dopamine rewards, whenever you go in and look at your account at the end of the year. Most of the time, there'll be some down years, but you'll see your number increase with the S&P 500 or the total stock market. And that's going to cause you to want to continue to invest more money. So I hope you found this video helpful. Make sure you follow, make sure you like, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this to help motivate you to become not a day trader or anything like that, but a long-term investor, and to hopefully become a millionaire. Again, none of this that I'm telling you is from a professional standpoint. This is just for entertainment purposes only, but the numbers are there for you to go look at yourself and hopefully get started. We'll see you guys in the next video.